Hello everyone, this is Venu. So I'm a freelancer technical trainer. So here I'm going to teach about the Armstrong numbers. So see, actually, what is mean by Armstrong number? So if you find out here the given number is Armstrong or not, so how we implement that code? And if you want to print 1 to n Armstrong numbers, mm, we have to see these things in this session. The first thing is what is mean by Armstrong number. So the definition of Armstrong number is this. So for a positive number, okay, it is called Armstrong number, and whose length is n, and we can represent the number a b c d is equal to like a power n plus b power n plus c power n plus d power n, and then this a b c d is called here Armstrong number. So here n is it's nothing but it's the order or length of the number. See, if I'm taking suppose 3 digit number like 153, so I have to represent like this here 1 power 3 plus 5 power 3 plus 3 power 3. So it is nothing but 1 power 3, and it is 5 power 3, and it is 3 power 3. So if we add 1 power 3 plus 5 power 3 plus 3 power 3, then it will become again 153. So now 153 is the 3 digit Armstrong number. And not only 153, there are a lot of 3 digits Armstrong numbers. So if we take 371, so in the case of 371 also 3 power cube and 7 power cube plus 1 cube, and it is overall if we do this sum of these numbers, again we will form the same number 371. So now 371 is called Armstrong number. So what about in the case of 4 digit number? So in the case of 4 digit number, the length of this 4 digit is what 4. So that is why we have to do the we have to do the sum of all the digits power 4s here, like 1 power 4, 6 power 4, 3 power 4, and 4 power 4. So if we add all the things, and you will get same number 1634. And similarly 9474 also. So in the case of 9474, again 9 power 4 plus 4 power 4 and plus 7 power 4 plus 4 power 4, and total will become 9474. So observe these two examples here. So finally, we conclude that Armstrong number is nothing but the number is varies from digit to digit. Like from single digit, okay, power will be one. For 2 digit number, power will be two. For 3 digit, the power will be three. So like that, based on the order, based on the length of the number, the powers are different here. Powers. So that is why the unique formula is this here. So if we assuming length is some n means a b c d and so on, and then it is we can represent this a b c d in the form of a power n plus b power n plus c power n plus d power n and so on, like this. Okay, and this is the definition of Armstrong number. So coming to the programming, see, I want to verify first the given input number is Armstrong or not. Okay, Armstrong or not. So in this if you implement this code, the given input number is Armstrong or not, so I have to give first example for the 3 digit number, and after then 4 digit, and after then we can find for n digit the length of the number is whose length is n means. So we have to implement the code for universal length. That means the number may be 1 digit or 2 digit or 3 digit, any digit here. So further we can implement. So let us see here, these are the examples here. Single digit numbers are these. So if you take any single digit number from 1 to 9, all are all are Armstrong number. Of course, 0 is not. Why 0 power 1 equal to something? So 0 is not. So anyway here, so we can take 1 to 9. 1 power 1 is that, and 0 power 1 something, it is also 0. So it's nothing but here 0 can be sometimes 0 can be called as a Armstrong number. Why? It is a single digit, so all 0 to 9, and there is no two digit number. There is no two digit Armstrong number, and there are three digit Armstrong numbers are there, and four digit Armstrong number, five digit Armstrong numbers. These are. So let us see first. I want to implement the code. The given input number, I'm taking a three-digit number. Whether I have to find out it is Armstrong or not. So based on that, we can implement a four-digit number, and from that we can implement the code for universal input. Let us see the implementation here. Okay. The first thing is I have to read some input. So that is why I'm declaring some int n. Okay. And now after then, I want to display some information to the end user. So that is why enter the number. Okay. And after this, using scanf, we have to read the number dynamically. Okay. So now the variable n is read. So after reading this n, so we are assuming that this input is suppose three digit number. So I am assuming that this is the three digit number. Three digit number. Okay, three digit number means whose length will be three. The thing is that what we have to do here we have to first retrieve all the each and every digit uh, from the number. So that is why I'm taking some r. R is for remaining. And to calculate sum of all the remainders, then I need sum. So that is why I have to take one more variable sum, and sum is initialized with 0. Okay. So I don't know so how many number of iterations the program has taken here. So that is why I am using here while loop. Using while loop. So initially I'm assuming that suppose if n value is not equal to 0. Okay, if n is not equal to 0, if the condition is true means what? The cursor is inside the while loop. Then first retrieve the first digit here. So how to retrieve the first digit? If we use modulus 10 operation, modulus 10, you will get the first digit. Okay. And after this, I want to add this. Okay. I want to add this digit with the sum. Okay. And after then, so for various input, I have to give one more input for the n. So that is why I'm taking here n equal to n by 10. So like this, if I am doing this implementation, it's nothing but sum of the digits of the number. But what we require here, so we are required sum of the cubes of the digits of the number. So that is why I am replacing that with r. So now this is the code here. Here we are doing the sum of the cubes of the digits of the number. Okay. Now after getting this, what we have to do? We have to compare this sum with n. But n is modified here. So n is modified. So that is why I have to take one more variable called num. I'm taking one more variable called num, and so initialize this n into the num. So finally we should compare the sum with the num. Why the n is modified here? So that is why n is modified means we have to store temporarily the n in the num. So finally after getting the sum, you should compare the sum with the num. Okay, if this is equal, then I have to display like it is Armstrong number. Okay, otherwise just I am writing here it is not Armstrong number. Okay, not Armstrong number. And now let us compile the code first. Okay, no errors. After then I have to run the code. So I'm giving input here 153. Now 153 is what? Armstrong number, correct. But see, this code is only for what here? 3 digit number. But if I'm trying to give, suppose I'm trying to give, I'm trying to give, suppose 4 single digit number. But what is the output here? It is not Armstrong number. So that means this code is not universal here, code. So we have to implement the code for universal. Even though the digit is 1 digit, 2 digit, or 3 digit, it can give the correct answer. So that is why. So this is for what here? 3 digit. But see, I want to write the code for 4 digit. So if I am writing 4 digit means what? Just I am replacing. I am have to add one more R, multiplying one more R with this here. Now this code is only for what here? 4 digit number. So now see, I want to compile again and run the code. If I am giving here 1634, so 1634 is Armstrong number. But I'm trying to give suppose 3 digit number. But I'm trying to give 3 digit number 153. But it shows wrong here. Actually 153 is also Armstrong number. So here why? This is the problem we are facing here. See, so if it is 4 digit, I am writing this, and if it is 3 digit, I am writing this. I am writing here 3 R's. If I am 4 digits, I am writing 4 R's. 2 digit means 2 R. 1 digit means R. So that is why. So based on the digit here, based on the digits of the number, this sum should be modified here. So that is why. What is my intention here? So I have to implement the code for any digit. If the number is any digit here, any digit of the number, it will tell that it is prime Armstrong number or not. So that is why. So I have to take a variable called L. So L is initialized with 0. Why L is initialized with 0 means, so I want to find out the length of the number first of all. So that is why. So I'm taking while n not equal to 0. Okay. And now after then immediately, if this is not equal to 0 means I'm incrementing the L value, and just I'm writing here n equal to n by 10. That's all. So like this here first time, so the value of the given number is not equal to 0, it is true, then L will be incremented. So like see, if I'm giving input like, if I'm giving input like 153, so what is the L value? You will get 3. Okay, L value will be 3. So if I'm giving 1634, what is the L value? 4 will come. Okay, so how 4 will come? Just you have to analyze here. Just you have to analyze this here. You will get a L is 3 and L is 4 for this. Okay, and after this, after knowing the length of the number, see, in this scenario again n can be modified. So what I'm doing again, I have to assign this num into the n. Okay, now I am replacing it. Instead of writing this here, can I use power function of r comma l? That's all. Okay, if length of the digit is 2 means it will be power of r power 2. If length of the digit is 3 means what? It is r power 3. Like that. If I am using pow function means I have to include here math.h. So math.h is the matter file, and which consisting of power function. It's nothing but r is r power l. Okay, so now after completion of this here, after completion of this, so this, if number is 2 digit member means it is replaced with 2, 3 digit it is replaced 3. Now again I am build the code, and now build and run. See, if I am giving 153, then Armstrong number. Okay, and again I have to give. 1634. 1634 is also Armstrong number. 1634 is also okay. So now, like this, if you give any number, like if you give any number, the number may be so any digit number here, it will give the correct answer. See, I'm taking two. Two is Armstrong number. Okay. So like this is the code here. By using this here, it is the we have to find out any digit. If you give any digit of input here, you will get the correct answer. Okay, so this is the code. So what I am doing here, just first of all, I am giving, I am read the number. This is for reading the number. And next, to find out the length of the number, to find out the length of the number, I am taking this. And here, and this approach is used to find the sum. And after computing the sum here, the sum is compared with the num. That's all. Okay. So now if suppose I have to give input like 121. See, 121, it is not Armstrong. Why? It is a three digit number like 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 1 cube. So 1 cube plus 2 cube, 8, 8 plus 1, 9, 9 plus 1, 10. 121 is not equal to 10. So that is why it is not Armstrong number. Okay. Now coming to, okay, this program is finished here. So like this, if you give any one of this input here, you will get, suppose I have to verify, I have to give 5 digit number 54748. Okay, 54748. 54748. Then it is Armstrong number. Yes. So my code is satisfied for all the test cases. Okay. And once if it is finished, now my intention is that I have to print 1 to n Armstrong number. Okay. So my input is n, and I have to display all the 1 to n Armstrong numbers. All 1 to n Armstrong numbers. Then how to implement this? And how to implement this task here? Okay. And to implement this, so already we have the code, that is it is for what it is Armstrong or not. So what I am doing here, so first of all I have to read the number. I am reading the number. Okay, I am this is my n. Okay, I am taking n is in this case range. N is in this case what here, the range, and up to that we have to find out. So that is why, so what I am doing here, I have to take one for loop. So I is 1 and the I less than or equal to, okay, n I am taking I plus plus. Okay, and now, so in this scenario what I am doing here, so just I have to store, so I have to store each and every value of I in the num. So I am storing this. So now I am in the place of n, just I am writing here num. So num equal to, and just I am taking here, and it is for what, finding the length of each and every iteration here. The I value will be we have to tell them that if the given one is Armstrong or not, two is like up to the range n, we have to find out each and every iteration the given input is Armstrong or not. So that is why I have to verify num not equal to 0, and after then increment L. By using this, what I'm getting, by using this yeah, I'm getting the what your length. Okay, now after getting the length, what I need to do after getting the length here, so here again, so initially your I'm assigning I with the num, so num can be modified. So again num can be modified. So what I am doing after completion of this here, Again I'm assigning I to the num. Okay, now here also I'm replacing with the num, so here it is also num, and next it is also num. So again, after completion of this year, num can be changed, but we should compare some with where actually num is your high value. So that is why. So instead of comparing with the num, why? Because num is modifying to 0. So that is why I'm writing this. Okay. Then if it is equal, if it is sum equal to I, means the number whatever input we are giving I, that is Armstrong number. Just I have to display it. I have to display it. So that is why percentage D some space comma I am taking here. Now close the brace. The closing brace of this. So after then again I is incremented. So again we have to do the process same. But in this scenario, sum is should be what? So for each and every iteration, the sum is first initialized with 0 here. Okay. And for each and every iteration, length should be also initialized with 0. So now this. These are the modifications. Now n is it is will be the range. Now it is n will be the range. Enter the range to print Armstrong numbers. Armstrong numbers. Now this. Okay, after then we are assigning I into the num, and sum is every time sum is initialized with 0 and L is 0. Now first of all I know the length of the number input, and after then again I'm assigning I. Why? Because after completion of this num can be modifying to 0. So that is why again I'm assigning I to the num. Again by using this we can find the complete the sum of the powers of the digits of the number, and if sum will be equal to I, then that is the Armstrong number. And let us build the code again. Hmm. So I'm not declare I. Okay. Now if I'm giving input some 10,000, then I'm getting this. Okay, all single digit numbers, and after then these 3-digit numbers, next to 4-digit numbers. Okay. So this is the output. So like this, if you give suppose, and these are the 5-digit numbers will also come here. Okay. And this is the example here, printing 1 to n Armstrong number. Okay. So here what is the need of this for loop here? It is for finding whether the input is I have to store each and every, we have to consider from 1 to n numbers as a input. So now we have to verify that I is Armstrong or number. So that is why first store I into the num, and sum is initialized with 0, L is 0, and this is for finding the length, and after then finding the sum. So finally if sum equal to I, and then if it is equal, it is Armstrong number. Okay. So this is the code about what printing 1 to n Armstrong numbers. Okay. So the expected, if we give 10,000 as input, the expected output we got. Hmm. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching.